So this is a chart I put together every quarter when Tesla announces their production and delivery results, and it's fairly easy to calculate the number of days of inventory.
Hmm.
Right? You take the new vehicle ending inventory, divide by the quarterly deliveries, divided by 75, and you get to 11 days of inventory. Okay. Now the industry kind of uses a 6-day week,
Mm.
so this is kind of like 2 weeks of inventory.
Okay.
Okay, and you can see here what it is has been going all the way back to September of 2012. Okay, so during the COVID times, inventories were super low. And in recent years, they bumped up a little bit, but still pretty low.
Hmm.
But what I like to do is adjust this for the fact that when Tesla makes a vehicle, it takes a minute to get the vehicle in the customer's hands.
Right. Mhm.
And so if we adjust for that, we get what I call true inventory days. And my adjustment essentially factors in the shipping time from, Shanghai to customers, the shipping time from Fremont to customers in Germany and so on. And I come up with about a global average of like 18 days or 3 weeks essentially.
Hmm.
Okay, so if we back off then that 11 days for the 3 week, shipping time,
Right.
we actually have a essentially a 7-day or 1 week negative inventory. All right, this is globally. It's probably
Yes.
worse in the US
Right.
and it's probably higher internationally.
Right.
The reality is that Tesla sells every car that it makes.
Right.
That-
And especially if you look back over the last whatever that is, 10 years, 12 years, it's been consistently so. Yeah.
So it's interesting. If we had this for the other automakers, it would not look like this.
Right. Right. Not even close.
Far more inventory. Now they have the ability to kind of stuff the channel. They can sell the
Hmm.
cars to the dealers and have it sit there for a year if they want to.
Hmm.
Um, so either way, Tesla runs a pretty tight ship here, and this last quarter, they're back down to the negative inventory again. Again, that's by design, and that's fine. Okay, shifting gears entirely, let's look at Tesla's business in energy equivalents.
Right.
So if we assume that every vehicle on average that Tesla sells has a 75 kilowatt hour battery pack, okay, so the vehicles over the last 12 months have delivered 129 gigawatt hours of energy, okay?
Hmm.
And if we factor in the energy business, which has delivered 44 gigawatt hours, we can see that this is the highest amount of energy that Tesla's ever delivered in its products
Right.
in Q3. Now, when we compare that to Tesla's stated capacity, Tesla says that they have a 3 million production capacity for vehicles.
Hmm.
So that would be equivalent to about 225 gigawatt hours, that light peach bar there on the right side.
Hmm.
So we can go from 129 up to 225 without expanding capacity. That's nice. And on the energy side, we can go from 44, that green bar there, just on the far right, to the capacity of 100 or so gigawatt hours, the bright red bar at the
Right.
top. So Tesla can pretty much, I think it's about an 80 or 90% increase
Mhm.
in its total production of energy with the current capacity that they have. So they've built the company for some pretty serious growth going forward. And of course, they're also building another energy production facility outside of Houston that'll add to that 100 gigawatt hour capacity number.
Right.
Maybe take it up to 150 or something like
Well,
that.
not to mention a small factory in Reno that's got a capacity of 40 to 50,000 semi trucks, which would have a very substantial increase. And then not to mention the factory within a factory for cybercabs, which is supposed to be, I think, a couple of million units a year is the
Yeah.
capacity. Just maybe just in Austin. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. The numbers on this chart I'm using from Tesla's quarterly slide deck where they
Right.
actually state what their capacities
Right.
are. But you're right. That's what's coming. It's an even larger number.
Hmm.
And then this is the cumulative deliveries and deployments for vehicles and energy expressed in gigawatt hours.
Okay.
Pretty amazing number. We're up now over 700 gigawatt hours of energy deployed over the lifetime of the company.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're getting close to that 1 terawatt hour number. It's a lot.
Yeah,
This
a
is this
terawatt
is
is a lot. Yeah.
this is a nice chart, and you can see that the green part, the energy business, is becoming a larger percentage over time. This will be fun to track over the next decade or so. Okay, so you can think of Tesla now as as an energy company, right? In that sense.
Yeah, actually, I made the switch to energy company about 4 years ago before I even started doing the show, as opposed to an auto company. And I think I might have been influenced by Warren on that because Warren really started talking about counting Tesla in terms of battery units of batteries,
Yeah.
as a way to figure it. And then of course Elon changed 2 years ago and said, no, we're really a AI company specializing in robotics. So we've had kind of three transitions: the auto company to energy company, now AI company.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's the AI company, which is another word for intelligence.
Right.
It's a really an intelligence company
Mhm.
in terms of where it's moving towards. Yep. But even there with robots, we can track the energy content of robots too and track it on
Sure.
this chart. So we've kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
got both things going for the foreseeable future.
Yes, as the book that you are one of the authors of will cleverly point out over and over again, what we're looking at right now is energy equals AI equals wealth.
Absolutely. This is a really busy table, but it's instructive, I think, because it shows all the different versions of FSD since 2021. And it's pretty phenomenal. Like a lot of us sort of feel like, oh, we're waiting for the next update. How
Yeah.
come we're not getting it? But the team has been pretty busy here, right? And developing the software in real time and pushing it out. Not everybody gets all these updates, particularly the initial ones in different versions. We might get, version 14.2 or 14.3 before we see it.
Yeah.
But again, I think this is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Um,
Brian Wong was saying, I think it was last night, it might have been Monday night. He was saying that he believes it might be taking as much as 2 months to run the training on FSD 14.
hmm.
Just the amount of time on computer might take 2 months. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's his estimate.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. More compute. We still need more compute.
Yeah.
All this talk of an AI bubble,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the media does not understand what's happening. Yeah. We've talked about Elon's performance award. There's some images that I haven't seen before that the company shared. This one was kind of interesting. In 2018, Elon had to grow Tesla by billions. Now it's trillions.
Yeah.
So when they gave him the award, the company was valued at 59 billion. The board approval of the 2018 CEO Performance Award. And the company since then has gone up by 332% to just over 1 trillion at the point that they approved the 2025 award. And in order to receive the full amount of the award from a market cap perspective, which is just one component, the company would have to appreciate by 579%.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay with me.
Okay with me. And they point out here that Elon only gets compensated if shareholders win and win big.
Yes.
If Elon fails to achieve the goals, Elon earns nothing,
Yeah.
right? And if he succeeds in achieving all these milestones, Tesla will become more valuable than any company in history, and shareholders will benefit from unprecedented growth and value creation. The reason I think that we don't see other companies doing this is because other CEOs are not capable of doing this. That's the sad fact. And we saw the data that the company had put in the proxy statement. And by the way, I ordered a copy
Oh,
of the proxy statement in the mail, and it's about an inch thick,
well, yeah, yeah.
right? But they point out in the study that they did that only NVIDIA would have met three, I think, of the 10 tranches.
Wow.
And basically, there was really no other company that could even meet one, or there
Yeah.
was maybe a handful that met one.
Yeah, I think most of these CEOs do have some kind of bonus or incentive built into
Yeah,
their plans. But most of them want some kind of a stable guarantee.
right.
I kind of wanted to go back and think about my own, 29 years of running a manufacturing business. and whether I would have been willing to take a 100% incentivized deal. No. No,
There are not many CEOs that would.
no.
And I don't know of any other public company CEOs that have.
Yes, yes.
Please let us know in the comments if you are
Right,
aware of any.
right.
Um, and that's the unique thing about this is that most CEO compensation plans are pretty much a guarantee of some pretty good compensation for CEOs without them doing much of anything.
Without them doing, oh, you mean another, you don't mean that they don't have to work. You're saying that they'll get it no matter, even if they don't do much. Yeah, yeah,
That's right.
yeah, yeah.
Mary Barra is a good example of that, I think. Not to pick on one person, but this is a chart that shows the EBITDA targets in terms of what they were versus the second quarter of 2025, last 12 months. So to get all the way to the end of this $400 billion EBITDA target, it's a 26x in profitability. So, the market cap goals are great, but the profitability ones are it's a big stretch. And this is why I've said that if Elon gets the company here, we're probably going to blow through the market cap targets.
Oh, yeah,
Because I think the company will be more highly valued than what they've baked into this.
right.
So this 400 billion in EBITDA is a harder target than meeting the market cap goals, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Most of the people that follow this channel, when I've asked, or on X, I've asked in polling, most folks are going to be pretty happy if Tesla just gets to like 3,000, which of course is darn near a 10x from here, or would be like an 8x from here. But 3,000, they would all be very happy with 3,000 as opposed to, 20,000 or whatever these would imply.
And again, it's interesting too because it's not like there's a finality to this. It's
Right.
these are just signposts along the way. And if chances are, if the company's hitting these signposts and making 300 billion, 400 billion EBITDA, then they're probably also well on the way to growing that to a trillion in EBITDA
Right.
eventually.
Right. Right.
Right. So